everybody, welcome back to the show tonight. We have Cole Williamson here from MTW here at the Strat here live in Las Vegas. Cole Williamson, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, Johnny?
I'm doing great, man. Great show tonight. I had a good turnout. I think pretty good for so far.
Yeah. No, this was great, especially comparing to last year. I mean, this Vegas turnout has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I was last year I was at the show, and it was a little light compared, I think, from other reasons why, but it seemed like this had a pretty good turnout tonight.
Yes. It was hard to get people out in Philly last year for a couple of factors.
I think that's the problem. Is Philly.
Yeah, it's Philly. I was going to say. Unfortunately, Philly is the issue out there. But this year, I just say, all I got to say is Vegas. And people are like, all right, I'm out there. I don't care what we're doing. Well, I'm coming out to Vegas. So.
Nice. So I've known your dad now for quite a long time.
Yes.
And I know he's mentored you and brought you into the fold, and excited to work with you.
Yes.
Work together quite often now with you being a sales guy over there. So tell us a little bit about, I know your history, but tell us a little about you started MTV how long ago and kind of what your role is there.
Yeah, so I was basically born into the metering industry, to be honest with you. So my father, as you discussed, he got hired at MTW when I was about 8 years old. Ever since that day, I basically hung around the shop in between, because back in the day we used to have car workshops under the name of Hong Nor.
Mm-hmm.
We used to race cars, build cars on the weekends.
That's Matt White.
Yep, with Matt White, and it was a good time. And during the summer, I'd come in and help do whatever I could, count washers, just little stuff, or just play video games in the other warehouse across the street. As I got older and as I got more intelligent, I would say, as my brain grew, I was able to take on more and more tasks for the operations team. Beyond just counting washers. When I hit about 14 years old, I started working in what we call the wrap and strap area of our company, which is basically pre-programming devices. So when installers go out to sites.
And assembly.
Yep, and assembly. So we pre-attach and pre-program meters. So when installers come out to site or anything like that, everything on the back end is already taken care of for them. Everything's labeled. All they have to do is plumb it in and then plug in the gateway, and everything should run smoothly from that point. So from there on, every spring break, every summer break, I was working in the warehouse doing the wrap and strap thing. Went off to college, did that for a year. Hated school, absolutely hated it, and I came crawling back to Ed, the CFO of MTW, and he hired me on, and I stayed in the warehouse. And luckily for me, I just got made manager of that area. I just kept doing what I was doing. Did that for about 9 months. And then one of our sales guys got a great opportunity at another company. I was always planning on going to sales. Got a little fast-tracked. And then after 9 months, I've been working under my dad ever since, taking in his knowledge and the knowledge of the people around me. I mean, the industry is a wealth of knowledge, and you just have to open your ears sometimes. That's what I think a lot of people forget, is you just got to listen sometimes, because there's people who have been there, done that.
Oh, for sure.
That you don't want to make the same mistakes.
Absolutely. So what's it been like for you? So you jump into sales hat now, so that's, how old are you, Cole?
I am 21.
22, you're pretty young,
Yes.
but you've been around the industry long enough to know all about it with your dad.
Yes, sir.
If anybody don't know who his dad is, Chris Williamson from MTW. He's been in this industry for forever, honestly. He's a wealth of knowledge, great guy. Just honestly, he's kind of like a big brother to us. Integrity has helped us to get where we're at, so I'm very... I pay a lot of homage to your dad and you, for that matter. But you've been helped to me as well. So I'm excited to see your career and how you take your reins from your dad as you get older and you get more and more versed into this. Mm-hmm. I already see it. I mean, you're I don't want to say a carbon copy. You're your own guy, but there's a lot of similarities for you and your dad. Good similarities, by the way. I'm very proud to see the young man you've become. I've seen you grow up and through the industry, and so I've known you quite a while too as well. But I'm glad to see what you're doing, and what's it like for you now? You're traveling around. You're traveling to different states. You're all over the place now. So what's that like for you, transforming from being a young man, a teenager, to living at home, to now you're got a pretty big role in MTW, and now you're traveling around talking to people, selling stuff, and learning all that material and just everything you have involved. It's quite a big undertaking for someone who's 21 years old. So give us a little bit of that. Obviously that's a long conversation, but give us a little snippet of like what that's like for you.
Yeah, so it's honestly like climbing Mount Everest. If there's any comparison to it, it's a very steep cliff. Yeah. I've enjoyed the journey the entire time. I love being challenged, and that's what's been happening ever since I got into sales. And that's why I've been happy to move from operations to sales, because I felt like in operations I wasn't being challenged enough. And now that I've kind of gotten a foothold and kind of plugged myself into the industry as my own person, it's been interesting. I've been traveling around to Colorado, a lot to Utah, out to California, and it takes a toll on you.
Sure.
You watch the veterans go around, a lot of these sales guys, and I mean, they're running for days.
You've seen your dad doing it,
yeah,
but it's different when you're actually doing it.
Exactly. I've seen my dad do it. I've seen other sales guys do it, and it's ridiculous how hard they run. And it
Especially
takes,
these trade shows.
Exactly, and it takes years. It doesn't matter how young you are, because I was like, oh man, I'm young. I'll be able to keep up. You know, I can do this, and then I learned pretty quickly these guys are seasoned veterans, and there's a reason where they are where they are.
Yeah, for sure. So is this your first time at an NAA show? You've been that before?
No, this is my second NAA show.
Okay,
So last year was my first year out there. Like we said before, it was out in Philly. It was a decent turnout. Overall, the show was pretty fruitful for us. But this year we've really stepped up our game. We've gotten a much bigger booth because we are an exhibitor.
Yep.
We've been an exhibitor every year, not MTW specifically, but through the Next Century team, who we are close partners with. We've always either helped them or sponsored or been around their booth, and this year was the first year that Next Century and MTW, as we had merged at the very beginning of 2024.
Yeah, most people may not know that the MTW and Next Century over this past year have actually merged.
Yes.
And they become one entity. And they're separate things, but they're the same.
Correct.
So maybe people who don't know that now, they should know that they've kind of merged and partnered together to build a bigger, better animal.
Correct.
Very excited about see what that happens. I mean, Next Century's been a great asset to us. They're kind of like they're ahead of the curve of everybody else. Like everybody's trying to mock up what they're trying to do. So as soon as somebody else catches up, they're already down the road doing something new that's the next big thing coming out. So I'm pretty excited about Next Century and what they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have to feel the same way. So.
Yeah, no, I love our team over there. We've always worked closely with them, and then, of course, with the merger, we just got that much closer.
Not to mention you guys are meters. I mean, your guys'
Yeah.
meters are very... you guys spend a lot of time on making sure they're manufactured the correct way. Their efficiency rate are off the charts. I mean, they're better than anything else I can find out there. So it's not just about Next Century. It's about MTW, too, because without the counterpart, right, Next Century could be as good as it wants, but if you don't have a good meter to go with it, then you're hosed. I know you're pretty excited about the new ultrasonic meters. I am.
Yes.
That thing is it's hard to describe. I'd love to have you back. We talked about having you come on the show, and we want to talk about that meter, and we'd love to bring you into the studio and do that.
Yeah.
I know you've been busy, and that's scheduling's been a little tough, but we'll get through that here pretty soon. Thank you for sitting down and joining us tonight, by the way, and just taking a few minutes for him to share about who Cole Williamson is at MTW and what you're doing. And I, as a person who's been in the industry for a long time, I'm very proud of what you're doing. I'm sure your dad has to be super proud of you.
Thank you.
And you're doing a great job. You've been a great asset to me, especially with this new electrical stuff. I'm as green as they get, and I'm trying to learn it, and you've been a very asset to that. I appreciate you taking the time to help me a little bit as I navigate through the electrical part.
Yeah, and don't cut yourself short. You guys are great. I mean, like I said, you guys are one of the best installers in the industry.
Well, we appreciate that. We try to be the best we can.
Everyone that I've ever talked to who has used you guys on any job has had nothing but praise.
Well, I appreciate
in
that.
between your guys' communication and your timeliness, I mean, I have not heard one complaint out of any of the people that have gotten an install through
Well,
you
we
guys.
thank you guys. You guys do recommend us a lot, and we appreciate that because it helps us to get our name out there. And because we're representing you guys at the end of the day, we're selling your product, we're pushing your product, and it's a teamwork thing. You know, you guys get calls, we get calls, and we say, yeah, MTW, Next Century, that's who you need to go with. We have the best product, we have the best this, and integrity is just kind of an extension of what you guys are. So, again, Cole, thank you for sitting down for a couple minutes with us tonight and expressing your vision of what you're doing. We love what you guys are going on over there, and we appreciate everything you're doing.
No problem. Thank you so much.
The Breaks Cole, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon and getting you on the show out here in Tampa.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
I'll be
brother.
there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.